Starting off our list today, in the number 10 spot, we have Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson. On February 19, 2019, news would break and claim that Tristan Thompson had cheated on Khloe Kardashian with her sister Kylie Jenner's best friend Jordyn Woods. If the drama couldn't get any more messier, Jordyn would then, on March 1st, 2019, address all the allegations when she sat down with Jada Pinkett Smith for a tell-all interview on the Red Table Talk show. And in the interview, she would say, "On the way out, he did kiss me. No passion, no nothing on the way out. He just kissed me. It was a kiss on the lip, but no tongue kisses. No making out, nothing." While the couple would later get back together, sadly, it wouldn't be the first time that the basketball star has been caught cheating on the reality TV star, as back in March of 2018, the basketball player was also videotaped kissing another woman just days before his and Khloe's daughter was born. And let's not forget, when Khloe finally gave him a third chance, he would shock the world again after we found out that he cheated on Khloe for a third time in December 2021, after US Weekly confirmed that Marley Nichols welcomed a baby and the father was indeed Tristan Thompson. But I guess that's what happens when you date a man from Canada, as we aren't always as nice as you would think we are, because the world is lying to you. Number 9. Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber first started dating in 2010, and from the start of their relationship, they were always off and on for around 8 years, with their relationship definitely being an interesting roller coaster ride, as one month they would be spotted packing on the PDA or walking hand in hand. The next moment, they would both be shading each other all over social media or in interviews. With many fans trying to figure out why the couple just wasn't getting along, we would all be left feeling pretty shocked after Selena Gomez's best friend Taylor Swift seemingly revealed that Justin Bieber once even cheated on Selena after she liked a super shady post about it on Tumblr. This would all happen after Taylor entered into a pretty public feud with Justin and his manager Scooter Braun. Taylor then went on to like a button on the post that read, "We haven't gotten to communicate our differences. You cheated on her best friend, then publicly sided with the man who made a revenge tape against her. Was she supposed to invite you over for tea? F out of here." Hey my little bobas, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so you never have to miss out on what we might just cover next. And trust me, you definitely don't want to miss the tea in the next video. Number 8. Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart. Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson quickly became couple goals after they started dating in 2009. However, when rumors started to hit the web and claim that the Twilight actress had cheated on her then boyfriend with married Snow White and the Huntsman director Rupert Saunders, the internet would lose its mind, and it would force Kristen to come out and issue a public apology for the scandal. In her apology, Kristen would then say, "I'm deeply sorry for the hurt and embarrassment I've caused to those close to me and everyone this has affected. This momentary indiscretion has jeopardized the most important thing in my life, person I love and respect the most, Rob. I love him, I'm so sorry." In the beginning, the couple tried to work things out through the scandal and they stayed together, but after a year they realized they just weren't meant to be together, and they decided to move on and call it quits, crushing all of our Twilight fantasies in the process. Number 7. Zayn Malik and Perry Edwards. At one point in life, we were all obsessed with Zayn Malik's and Perry Edwards' relationship, and then we would all be left feeling heartbroken in March of 2015 after rumors started to circulate online claiming that Zayn had cheated on the blonde beauty after he was pictured cozying up to a mystery girl. Zayn first tried to deny all the allegations by heading to his Twitter page to say, "I'm 22 years old. I love a girl named Perry Edward, and there's lots of jealous F's in this world. I'm sorry for what it looks like." However, in August of 2015, just months after Zayn decided to leave his boy band group One Direction, fans would be devastated after he revealed that he officially called off his engagement to Perry. The Little Mix singer then later alleged that Zayn did in fact cheat on her after she released her song, "Shout Out to My Ex," and shortly after, Zayn would then jump into a relationship with Gigi Hadid, so maybe she was the mystery girl after all. Number 6. Louis Tomlinson and Eleanor Calder. Louis Tomlinson and Eleanor Calder were together for 4 years before they decided to break up in March of 2015, with reports at the time claiming that their breakup happened because the musician just had a hectic work schedule. People magazine would even report an inside source told them they tried really hard to make it work, but it was just impossible. He was always away for 9 months a year and they just grew apart. But apparently, this just wasn't the case. Just after the article was published, Lewis would then be spotted kissing another girl in Thailand, and after the picture started to go viral, rumors quickly started to spread online, and in them, people would claim that Lewis had cheated on the social media star. Lewis would then later confirm that the rumors were true after he released various songs about the incident in his debut solo album, Walls, where he sang about hurting someone he loves, and it didn't take long for fans to prove that that person was in fact Eleanor.
Number 5. Kenneth Branagh. You may recognize Kenneth as the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher and the liar from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Gilderoy Lockhart. He met Miss Emma Thompson, the lead of Love Actually, in 1987 while filming the BBC series Fortunes of War, and they were married 2 years later. They were once the most A-list celebrity couple in England's history, collaborating several times during their marriage. Kenneth directed Emma in a long list of projects over the years, but by 1994 their romance hit a major pothole. While filming his movie adaptation of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, Branagh began a secret relationship, aka an affair, with Helena Bonham Carter, who had previously worked with Emma Thompson in 1992's Howard's End. At the time of the breakup, Kenneth and Emma expressed to the public that they would be splitting simply due to their busy work schedules, but it later emerged that the split was due to Emma having knowledge of the affair, and in 2016 she revealed exactly how her husband's infidelity affected her. She took this moment and used it to inspire her character's story in Love Actually, which has gone on to be one of her best performances to date. After breaking it off with Thompson, Branagh began dating Bonham Carter until 1999. Kenneth later got married to Lindsay Brunick. Thompson married actor Greg Weiss in 2003, and Helena Bonham Carter moved on to the king of the macabre, Tim Burton, and had 2 kids with him before calling it quits in 2014, meaning that she is single and ready to mingle. Number 4. Chad Michael Murray. Many will recognize Chad as the co-star of several rom-coms from the early 2000s, most notably starring alongside Hilary Duff in 2004's A Cinderella Story, which is one of the most underrated movies of all time, by the way, just check it out if you haven't. Chad met a woman named Sophia Bush on set of the series One Tree Hill, in which they play a couple with an on-again, off-again relationship. It turns out their real-life relationship would be just as rocky. The couple actually got married in April of 2005, but ultimately split up only 5 months later. The breakup followed a massive slew of rumors that Michael Murray had an affair with his House of Wax co-star Paris Hilton, and those rumors later were proven to be true. Paris had been dating Backstreet Boy Nick Carter for a few months when those rumors began to circulate, and he later revealed that his brother Aaron was actually the one that found out about Hilton cheating and told his brother what happened. Paris and Murray were never actually a couple, just the reason for several breaking up. Unfortunately, Bush and Murray had to continue working together on One Tree Hill following the split. Oh wow, that must have been just so much fun. Number 3. Debbie Reynolds. A bit of an older entry on this list. We need to address it though. Debbie Reynolds is a well-known Hollywood icon who ran the show during her time on the silver screen. Our younger audiences will recognize her as Grandma Aggie from the Halloween Town series. She appeared in various films over the 60s and 70s, including some alongside her then husband, one Eddie Fisher. Eddie and Debbie were Eddie and Debbie, it rhymes, it's cute. Eddie and Debbie were Hollywood royalty during their marriage. Debbie's friend Elizabeth Taylor was also a Hollywood icon at the time, being the lead lady in films like Cleopatra and Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, which is an aggressive title. When Taylor married her third husband, Mike Todd, Debbie was the maid of honor, and Eddie was Todd's best man. Not long after the wedding, Mike passed away in a plane crash, and Debbie and Eddie were there to comfort her. It appeared that Eddie got a little too comfy though, as himself and Debbie split only a few months later due to an alleged affair that Eddie had with Liz. After the split, Eddie and Taylor were married only to get divorced after 1 year. The feud between Taylor and Reynolds was strong until they reconciled in the early 2000s and even made a TV movie together called These Old Broads. Oh, check it out. Number 2, Meg Ryan. Meg Ryan was the rom-com queen of the 90s. She starred in Hollywood hits like When Harry Met Sally alongside Billy Crystal, You've Got Mail with Tom Hanks, and Sleepless in Seattle, again with Tom Hanks. You may be thinking, is Tom the man that she cheated with? Well no, it was actually Russell Crowe. Russell and Megan were in Ecuador shooting their film Proof of Life when tabloids discovered that Ryan was cheating on her then husband of 9 years, Dennis Quaid, with Crowe. The news of the affair broke and spread around the world. Dennis quickly filed for divorce. Meg fought back hard against the allegations that the divorce was entirely her fault, as she claims that Dennis was unfaithful to her multiple times during their relationship. While Meg and Khloe ended up calling it quits not long after they got together, the film that brought them closer in the first place bombed hard at the box office, proving that bad press isn't always good press. And at number 1, Jack Nicholson. Here's Johnny! Jack Nicholson is surely burned into your memory in some way, shape, or form. His turn as the Joker lives rent-free in my skull 24/7. From 1973 to 1990, Jack had an on-again, off-again relationship with Angelica Houston, who you may know as Morticia Addams in the Addams Family movies, or perhaps her role as the head witch in the movie Witches. The relationship finally ended for good after Angelica discovered that Jack was expecting a child with Rebecca Broussard, whom he would go on to star with in several projects. According to Angelica herself, she confronted Jack on set following the news, essentially cornering him in a bathroom so that he wouldn't be able to get away from her. She wailed on Nicholson left and right, and she's quoted as claiming that there was no kicking, but the rest of the altercation made her feel like she was going up against a prize fighter. Jack was apparently very quick on his feet though, dodging shots left and right, and eventually Angelica stormed off in a huff. Nicholson was only married to Rebecca for 4 years before they officially called it quits in 1994. Well, hopefully it was worth the savage beatdown brought upon by Angelica Houston. Number 10, Scott Disick. A cheating scandal involving keeping up with the Kardashians? Whoa, how unheard of! Scott has had his claws dug into the Kardashian family for over a decade, despite his constant bad decision making and partying lifestyle. He appeared as Kourtney's boyfriend on the series premiere of the family reality series and has been a chaotic bad in their lives ever since. In season 2, Kourtney confronts Scott for the first time following the revelation of a series of texts on his old cell phone to someone whose contact was listed as my wife. This led to their first breakup and was the first instance of a public cheating being outed. Now, that wasn't the last one though. The couple would get back together and split over and over, and they even had 3 kids in the process. But Scott has a problem and he can't seem to keep his hands to himself. Literally months after the birth of his 3rd child, he was caught cheating on Kourtney with an ex in Costa Rica. Scott is still involved in the family unit to this day despite his serial cheating, but his presence on the show brings with it just a cloud of cringe. Number 9, Will Smith. Will Smith is a husband, father, and a professional smackmaster. In season 3, episode 12 of the reality TV show Red Table Talk, Jada Pinkett Smith invited her husband Will onto the show. During the interview, the topic of infidelity was brought up, and Will confronted Jada about an alleged relationship between herself and a singer named August Alsina during a brief separation between himself and Jada in 2015. Jada was taken back at first, but then went on to break down what really happened on her end. Following this episode, August went online and claimed that he had to have Will's blessing to begin the relationship, despite the pair technically being separated at that time. Now, Will never mentioned this, and Jada just denies that Will ever gave August permission. But when referring to the situation as an entanglement, Will kinda snapped and he made her correct herself to say the word relationship instead. Her show was eventually cancelled along with the rest of the Smith family. Yeah, you guys should have just kept your drama to yourselves. Number 8, Tristan Thompson. Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson were happily together for quite some time until news of Tristan being seen kissing another woman was revealed on an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It turns out that Tristan had been seen kissing a woman named Jordan Woods, who at the time was Kylie Jenner's best friend. Khloe's reaction to the event is intense. In clips from the episode, she is seen and heard yelling on a phone and claiming that the scandal had torn her family apart. Okay. Not long after that revelation, Khloe seemed to forgive Tristan, but not Jordan. But they both were equally to blame, so like why be nice to Tristan? They got back together only for him to cheat on her again 2 years later, and this time the evidence was clear because the woman that he had an affair with birthed his child. Kinda hard to forgive something like that for obvious reasons. They are no longer together, and they're probably better for it. Number 7, Stephen Bear. Celebrity Big Brother is a spin-off of the regular Big Brother reality show in which celebrities are forced to live in a massive air hangar full of furniture from the brick. They compete in various competitions and slowly vote each other out. It's literally a popularity contest. In one season, a celebrity named Stephen Bear, who has basically just been on reality shows, began a steamy fling with his fellow housemate Khloe Khan, who is a model. They were together on the show for 3 weeks until one night a little twist came through the door. A twist by the name of Lily Lexi Gregg, Bear's longtime girlfriend and famous fashion designer. She confronted him the moment she stepped into the house. She said she needed to look him in the eyes when she told him what he did to her. Bear looks stunned when she comes in, and it probably doesn't help that he has like a small stack of donuts on his head when she does. It's kind of funny. Lily and Bear were together for several months before he entered the Big Brother house, with Lily claiming that she literally walked him to the front door and had to go home to his family. After learning of the romance sparking in the house, she reached out to producers and she got herself a spot in the hangar. Following the confrontation, Bear dumped Lexi in front of the entire house and the entire world, claiming that the experience made him realize that he wanted to be single and explore possible relationships. Okay man, oldest excuse in the book, bud. Number 6, Lamar Odom. Lamar Odom is a former NBA pro and he was married to Khloe Kardashian in 2009. And it seems Khloe just can't catch a break. In a sneak peek of his new documentary presented by TMZ, Lamar shared the fact that there is still plenty the public doesn't know about his serial cheating during his relationship to Khloe. While married to Khloe, Odom would have a slew of random women come through the house, sometimes multiple people at once. He also admits to having full-blown relationships while he was traveling with the NBA. Khloe discovered that Lamar was trying to cover his tracks by using her assistant's phone to message women behind her back. This caused her to go full-blown detective mode. Herself and momager Kris Jenner decided to take matters into their own hands and followed Odom to a hotel where he was caught cheating for the first time. They caught him surrounded by several women while under the influence of heavy substances, and despite this, the relationship continued until 2013 when Khloe finally had enough and called it quits. Lamar has recently come forward calling his actions embarrassing and hopes to reconnect with Khloe in the near future, but he's also claimed to have been with over 2,000 women, so I don't know, maybe she should just steer clear of that one.
Number 5, Emma Thompson. In an interview back in November, Emma Thompson would sit down with the New Yorker where she would open up about her painful divorce from her former husband Kenneth. Emma and Kenneth first met when they were co-starring in BBC's Fortunes of War, and then they got married by 1989. And they were even said at this time to be a golden couple of the century by the British press until they eventually split. In an interview, Emma would expose how she came to learn that Kenneth was cheating on her. The actor and filmmaker was ultimately having an affair with Helen Bonham Carter, who played his love interest in the 1994 Mary Shelley's Frankenstein at the time. Kenneth had directed and starred in the movie as Victor Frankenstein, while Carter played his adoptive sister and fiancé. Emma then went on to explain that she was blindsided when it came to light about Kenneth's affair, and she was extremely heartbroken by his actions, as they made her feel half alive at one point in time. Number 4, Jennifer Garner. At one point, Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck had one of the most dreamiest stories of their time, but like all good things, it came to an end. When the couple finally called off their marriage, it was apparently due to several reasons, but the major issue was because Ben was having an affair with the couple's nanny. In 2016, Jennifer even went public with the allegations in a magazine interview where she confirmed that the rumors were true. In an interview with Vanity Fair, Jennifer would say, "Let me just tell you something. We had been separated for months before I ever heard about the nanny. She had nothing to do with our decision to divorce. She was not part of the equation. But she full on had to be, because how do you get blindsided by your husband sleeping with a nanny until after you get divorced? Something just seems fishy about all that." In the end, Jennifer would then open up about how people shouldn't attack her ex-husband for his mistakes. As she said, "People have pain, do regrettable things, they feel shame. Shame equals pain. No one needs to hate him for me. I don't hate him." Number 3, Beyonce. Not only did Beyonce expose her husband for cheating on her in her album Lemonade, but she would also hint at her husband's cheating scandal in her new tracks of her new album Renaissance. When the singer finally released her long-awaited 7th studio album, which featured 16 tracks including the summer anthem Break My Soul, in multiple songs Beyonce would reference her relationship with husband Jay-Z. Now, Beyonce first spoke about her husband's infidelity back in 2016 when she released the song Becky with the Good Hair. But now Beyonce has hinted at who this woman may be with the track of Alien Superstar, where she sings, "I'm one of one, I'm number one, I'm the only one. Don't waste your time trying to compete with me. No one else in this world can think like me. I'm twisted, contradicted, keep him addicted." So who do you think Becky with the good hair is? And let us know in the comments below. Number 2, The Weeknd. Just after Selena Gomez called off things with her ex Justin Bieber, she shortly entered into a relationship with The Weeknd. But just a few months of dating, the couple would call it quits, and The Weeknd would even reveal some pretty dark reasons on why the couple ultimately called things off. But just one day before the news of The Weeknd and Selena's split came to light, Selena was actually spotted having breakfast with her ex-boyfriend at the time, Justin Bieber. And many people then started to believe that Selena's one-on-one time with Justin was the major factor that led to her breakup. And it would be hinted in The Weeknd's song Call Out My Name that Selena did in fact cheat on The Weeknd with Justin. But we already knew this, as it was revealed that when Selena got back with Justin, The Weeknd started dissing Justin and Selena at the same time, and he wouldn't have done that if she didn't cheat. And coming in number 1 today, we have Shania Twain. The fact someone even had the balls to cheat on Shania Twain really has no idea on how bad they actually messed up. But to actually think this rocking country star was even cheated on by her then husband Robert with her best friend, who was also married to a man at the time, is actually truly saddening. As who sleeps with your best friend's husband and even lives to tell the tale? Shania would then tell AARP about how she felt about the whole ordeal when she said, "It's twisted, but so beautifully twisted. Sometimes I get overwhelmed coping with things, but experience also teaches you how to manage. When you get older, you have so much experience at falling and getting up. You're not going to stop falling, but you will get better at getting up and bruising yourself off. I believe that, I've lived that." It turns out that Shania then ended up falling in love with her best friend's ex-husband, and later on they would also get married.
Number 10, Will Smith. In 2015, Will Smith starred in a film called Focus, in which he plays a con man in the midst of his latest scheme when a woman from his past, played by Margot Robbie, arrives and throws his plans for a loop. The timing of this film being made could not have been more perfect, as we know now that Will and his wife Jada were taking a break at that time. For Jada, this meant an entanglement with August Alsina, weird way to phrase that, and for Will, this meant himself and Robbie were free to rehearse their scenes in private. It was confirmed that Margot and Will were seeing each other during production of Focus, and his wife was not happy about that. Despite being legally married in 1997, the institutionalized concept of tying the knot just never really sat with Jada. So apparently she only married Will because she became pregnant with Jaden and felt that it was the right move to make, which is always a great way to start a marriage. While Jada herself is also a cheater and has publicly admitted it, she has held a grudge towards Margot for 8 years with no signs of it stopping. Will and Jada are still together, but we can all agree that their relationship is the Hindenburg, and somebody is gonna light a match. If you don't know what the Hindenburg is, just Google it. Number 9, Kristen Stewart. His skin was pale and cold, and that is how Kristen likes them. As many of us know, Kristen Stewart starred as Bella Swan in the film adaptation of the Twilight book series. She co-starred with Hollywood hunk Robert Pattinson as her love interest / vampire, Edward Cullen. The on-set chemistry spilled into their real lives after it was announced that the two were a couple, and the world stood still. These two together, a match made in heaven. How much more perfect could it be? Well, turns out it could only be worse. Photos of Kristen kissing a man named Rupert Sanders were published by Us Weekly. Sanders is a director and had been working with Stewart on his upcoming project Snow White and the Huntsman. Not only did Kristen cheat on Robert, but Sanders was married to a model and actress Liberty Ross at that time, so he cheated too. She rightfully filed for a divorce in 2013 and has since gone on to marry Interscope co-founder Jimmy Levine. While Stewart's love life has been much better, as she's currently engaged to fellow actor and screenwriter Dylan Meyer, who she met on the set of a film in 2013. Oh, that's so cute. Number 8, Brad Pitt. Brangelina took Hollywood by storm, and when they began their relationship in the late 2000s. What many may not know is that this iconic couple were bred from a disastrous breakup between himself and Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer, best known by me for her role in the 1993 comedy classic Leprechaun alongside Warwick Davis, was actually married to Brad in 2000 after already being together for 2 years. They spent $1 million on their wedding ceremony, which took place in Malibu, and everything seemed to be going well until around 2005, when the couple announced to People magazine that they were going to be getting a divorce. Around the same time, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie were working on the film Mr. and Mrs. Smith together. Rumors began to fly, and Brangelina was born. The couple officially announced their relationship a few months following the divorce from Aniston. They were married in 2014, but unfortunately Brangelina also filed for a divorce 2 2 years later. The relationship was a flop, but they adopted a bunch of kids and now they have a decent life, so I guess that's something. Number 7. Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell. Glenn and Sydney will be sharing a spot on this list as the situations they put themselves in are very similar. You may know Glenn from his role in the recent Top Gun sequel Maverick, and you will recognize Sydney from the hit HBO series Euphoria. These two began filming a rom-com together in Australia earlier this year, and it turns out they got along really well. After being cast to play romantic interests in the film, the two spent so much time together that it would seem their chemistry had blossomed into a full-fledged romance. For a few months, photos of the pair kissing and cuddling both on and off set have been circulating online, and they're adorable. They seem to have a genuine connection instead of some PR forced relationship. It sucks though because they were both seeing someone when they met. Powell has been in a relationship with a woman named Gigi Paris, who is a model, for 3 years, and Sweeney was engaged to a very famous businessman named Jonathan Davino, who she had been dating for 4 years. When they met on set, it was like they stepped into another dimension and their partners didn't exist anymore, so they were free to be whoever they wanted. Of course, photos and rumors began swirling, and in April of this year, Gigi officially announced the end of her relationship to Powell after she discovered the rumors were true and they were in fact a couple. While they may have destroyed their already existing relationships, a new celebrity rom-com couple is sure to rise from their ashes. Number 6. Lindsay Lohan. This one hits home for me as I grew up with a sister around the time that this happened, and she was not having it. Aaron Carter is a musician who was very popular in the late 90s and early 2000s. In 2001, he started dating fellow pop star Hilary Duff, who had just broken onto the small screen with her much-loved comedy series Lizzie McGuire as the titular Lizzie. The couple were together for 2 years until Aaron suddenly decided that he wanted to date Freaky Friday star Lindsay Lohan at the same time as Hilary. Aaron eventually broke up with both girls by the end of 2003, but he accidentally started a feud that appears to have lasted to this day. While both were obviously mad at Aaron for his part, the young love made them mortal enemies. When Lohan hosted SNL in 2004, she made fun of Hilary on air by getting character actor Rachel Dratch to portray Duff during the cold open of the show. Aaron recently attempted to reach out to both Lindsay and Hilary, but he was denied. Rejected, yeah, you just got rejected. Okay, that's a Zoe 101 reference, but I'm just feeling nostalgic today. Doesn't have to do with Lindsay. Number 5. Tristan Thompson. Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson are two names you've certainly heard before when talking about famous breakups. The reality star and the basketball player first got together in 2016, and the media quickly began chronicling their romance. They were together for 2 long years, even having a child together during that time. The pair seemed to be in a healthy relationship, with Khloe constantly posting pictures of them together around the world. In 2018, video was leaked online of Tristan touching and kissing 2 women that were not Khloe. Despite the hard evidence of his misdeeds, Khloe ultimately chose to stay with Tristan and allow him to father their child properly. 10 months following the leak, the couple officially split after countless more accusations of infidelity arose. Khloe would get back together with Tristan one more time a year later, but the current status of these two are co-parents and nothing more. Not only did Tristan ruin his relationship with Khloe, but possibly his daughter as well. Number 4. Niall Horan. Recently, Hailee Steinfeld has begun to carve a path for herself in the filming industry, as she seems to be casted in new franchises left and right. She's popped up in the Pitch Perfect movies, Transformers, and is now a permanent member of the MCU as Kate Bishop. In 2017, the internet was taken by storm when it was announced that herself and former One Direction member Niall Horan were officially an item. People were so excited to see them together, as Niall was fresh off his split from One Direction and looking forward to his new solo career, and Hailee Steinfeld was becoming well known for her vocal skills after her role in Pitch Perfect 2. Unfortunately, the couple called it quits after only a few short months together, and this left many fans upset but curious as to the true nature of the split. Steinfeld confirmed in her song Wrong Direction that the split came as a result of Niall being unfaithful towards her. While she never actually points him out by name, the lyrics "I probably should have known, but I just wanted to believe you were out sleeping alone," along with the song literally being called Wrong Direction, are evidence enough to piece together who this thing's really about. Too bad for Niall, as not only does he miss out on dating Hailee Steinfeld, but his solo career did not go that well. Number 2. Tiger Woods. Since 1999, the famous golfer had not gone a single year without winning at least one golf major championship. In fact, between the years of 1997 and 2008, he won 14 majors. He was married to a model, he had a beautiful home and pockets full of cash. What more could he want? Well, Apparently, he wanted someone that was not his wife. In late November of 2009, Tiger was seen by neighbors being chased out of his home by his wife, Ellen Nordegren, with a golf club before peeling out of his driveway in his Escalade and crashing into a fire hydrant and then a tree. He lied unconscious on the street for 6 minutes before coming to, but by that time, it was already too late. News coverage began speculating that there may be a case of infidelity with Tiger and his wife. While the rumors were that Tiger may have had a mistress on the side, it turns out that this guy actually had a lady in every course, so to speak. He admitted on air to the misdoings and lost his endorsements with Nike, Gatorade, Gillette, and Accenture before announcing his retirement from golf entirely. Woods reportedly confessed to sleeping with 120 women outside of his marriage, but it wasn't until April 2010 when Ellen decided to split up with Woods for good after she discovered one of his mistresses was the next door neighbor's daughter who was in college at the time. Hey, go Kappa-Nu! Number 2, Scott Disick. Keeping Up with the Kardashians is a historical series in the world of reality television. For over a decade, fans have been able to watch the family grow both literally and figuratively with the addition of friends, family, and in this case, lovers. Scott and Kourtney's story began where all fairy tale relationships begin, at a famous friend's house in Mexico. In 2006, the pair attended a mutual friend's party at his home in Mexico. A photo from that night shows the two sitting together but nowhere near each other. Now, Disick recounts liking Kourtney immediately, but she wanted nothing to do with him at first. But something must have changed in between A and B, as the two appeared as a couple on the series premiere of the reality show Keeping Up with the Kardashians in 2007. At first, the family was standoffish, claiming that Scott was immature and that his loyalty meant nothing. But Kris Jenner, Kourtney's mom, said in one episode that she knew Scott was cheating on her daughter, she just wasn't sure how to go about the situation. Disick denied the claims and reaffirmed his love for Kourtney until he could deny no longer, when sisters Kim and Khloe Kardashian found a series of text messages on an old phone that he had to someone named My Wife. The text revealed that he had cheated on her while the family was staying in the Hamptons. Kim was furious for like a second. A year later, she would announce that the pair were expecting their first child together, seemingly making the whole cheating ordeal water under the bridge. But it didn't stop. Over the years, the couple has split and healed over and over and over again, and one time, Scott Disick even entered rehab with the support of Kourtney, and he still cheated on her. In 2015, another round of allegations came out and they split again, only to get back together again, and then they split up again. As of today, they seem to have called it quits for good, but good God, does that sound like a complicated relationship. And number 1, Justin Bieber. Justin is one of those pop stars that you want to like, but sometimes he's just a little too chaotic for his own good. In his early days of fame, Bieber admitted in an interview that Disney Channel star Selena Gomez was his celebrity crush. Following the interview, their managers arranged for a little get-together for the pair, and the sparks were flying. At first, it seemed like Justin may be in the friend zone, but after a while, it was revealed that the two were in fact dating, and we couldn't have been more excited for them. Unfortunately, Justin was not as committed to the relationship as we might have hoped. Rumors began circulating that Justin was cheating on Selena with Rihanna. Yeah, that's right, that was a rumor. And while I'm pretty sure it wasn't Rihanna, like we can agree on that, it was confirmed that he was cheating with someone. When Selena found that out, the couple quickly split. They got back together and split up a couple more times after that, but their relationship just seemed to be getting worse and worse. So maybe these two finally calling it quits was best for everyone. Number 10, Joe Alwyn. Joe Alwyn made his big screen debut playing the titular character in Ang Lee's 2016 drama Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk. The film tells the story of Billy, a private in the military who returns home and is praised as a hero, but through a series of flashbacks we learn what really happened during his time away from home. The movie received critical acclaim and Joe's career was kicked off. He co-starred in several other projects since then, but made paparazzi front page after rumors of his supposed cheating on Taylor Swift. Joe and Taylor spent 6 years together before calling it quits. With this being one of her longest relationships to date, we had to wonder what split them up. Rumor has it that they broke up because Joe was cheating on Taylor with his co-star of The Brutalist, Emma Laird. Emma posted a photo on Instagram with the caption "Moments in March" and just a little heart emoji. While there were plenty of pics in the album, the one that stuck out was the photo of Joe appearing to hop on a little electric scooter. No Taylor in sight and no explanation as to why they were together. The reaction from Swifties was so strong that Emma literally had to turn her comments off. Since news broke of the split between Alwyn and Swift, Emma has been spotted comforting Joe, only adding more fuel to the rumor fire. Number 9. Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney. Glenn and Sydney will be sharing a spot on this list as the situations they've put themselves in are pretty similar. You may know Glenn from his role in the recent Top Gun sequel Maverick, and you will recognize Sydney from the hit HBO series Euphoria. These two began filming a rom-com together in Australia earlier this year, and it turns out they got along really well. After being cast to play romantic interests in the film, the two spent so much time together that it would seem their chemistry had blossomed into a full-fledged romance. For a few months, photos of the pair kissing and cuddling both on and off set have been circulating online, and honestly, they're really cute together and they seem to have a genuine connection instead of some like PR forced relationship because they're in a movie together. Now that's too bad though, considering that they were both seeing someone before they met. Powell had been in a relationship with a woman named Gigi Paris for 3 years, and Sweeney was engaged to a businessman named Jonathan Davino, who she had been dating for 4 years. When they met on set, it was like they stepped into another dimension where their partners just didn't exist and they were free to be whoever they wanted to be. Of course, photos and rumors began swirling, and in April of this year, Gigi officially announced the end of her relationship to Powell after she discovered the rumors were true and they were in fact a couple. While they may have destroyed their already existing relationships, a new one is surely to rise from the ashes. Number 8. Liam Payne. You may recognize Liam as one of the fresh faces from the boy band One Direction. Although the band split up, each member has had their fair share of success, with Harry Styles and Zayn Malik being the most successful of the bunch. Unfortunately for Liam, his fanbase is still highly active, and they don't seem to have a full grasp on the concept of tagging people in posts. Recently, a fan page posted a pic of Liam with his arms wrapped around a woman, and the caption, "Liam and Maya look so cute here." Maya is of course in reference to Maya Henry, a Victoria's Secret model and Liam's fiance at the time. Interestingly though, the woman in the photo was not Maya. In fact, Maya herself commented on the page that she loves the fans and appreciates their support, but please stop sending her photos of her fiance with his arms wrapped around another woman. Just hours after the photo was posted, the hashtag Liam Payne cheating was trending online. Finding out someone is cheating on you is hard enough, but having to learn that information via an Instagram post is beyond brutal. Maya decided to end the engagement with Liam to let him do whatever he was gonna do. Number 7. Will Smith. In 2015, Will Smith starred in a film called Focus, in which he plays a con man in the midst of his latest scheme when a woman from his past, played by Margot Robbie, arrives and throws his plan for a loop. The timing of this film being made could not have been more perfect, as we now know that Will and his wife Jada were taking a break at that time. For Jada, this meant an entanglement with August Alsina, and for Will, this meant himself and Robbie were free to rehearse their scenes in private. It was confirmed that Margot and Will were seeing each other during production of Focus, and his wife was not happy about it. Despite being legally married in 1997, the institutionalized concept of tying the knot just never really sat with Jada, so apparently she only married Will because she became pregnant with Jaden and felt that it was the right move. Yeah, that's always a healthy way to start a marriage. Force. While Jada herself is also a cheater and has publicly admitted it, she has held a grudge towards Margot for 8 years with no signs of it stopping. Will and Jada are still together, but we can all agree that that relationship is the Titanic and there is an iceberg dead ahead. Number 6. Ashton Kutcher. In case that didn't unlock the MTV vault that is surely hidden deep within your memory, allow me to enlighten you. Ashton rose to fame following his successful role on the hit sitcom That 70s Show, as well as his time hosting the MTV prank series Punk'd. He married fellow actor Miss Demi Moore in 2005 and stayed married for nearly 8 years. The split seemed to come from nowhere. There was some speculation that Ashton ended things to be with his current wife Mila Kunis, but that speculation was revealed to be complete bull poo-poo. In Demi's book titled Inside Out, she revealed that the cause of the split was actually due to Ashton's infidelity. Apparently, he cheated on her multiple times and pressured her into including a third party in their escapades. When Ashton found out about this news becoming public, he was royally upset. According to Ashton himself, he had finally gotten to a place where the media was leaving him and his family alone, and literally the next day following this news, paparazzi were waiting for him outside of his kid's school. Not only did did his cheating ruin his relationship with Demi, but now it may be the cause of another separation between himself and Mila.
Number 5. Niall Horan and Haley Steinfeld. When rumors first started swirling online claiming that Niall Horan and Haley Steinfeld were dating back in February of 2018, just after they were spotted getting pretty cozy at a Backstreet Boys concert, when they were finally photographed sharing a kiss in August of 2018, fans of the couple would finally get the confirmation they were waiting for, and the couple was in fact dating. But unfortunately, the two would have to call it quits in December of that year, and after they went their separate ways, it definitely didn't seem like they ended on the best of terms, as later Haley would even come out seemingly to shade the pop star multiple times on her Instagram stories when she released her song Wrong Direction in January of 2020. She even went on to allege that her relationship with Niall ended because he cheated on her, when she sang in her song, "Looking back, I probably should have known, but I just wanted to believe that you were out sleeping alone. Love me with your worst intentions, didn't even stop to question. Every time you burn me down, don't know how, for a moment, it felt like heaven. Love me with your worst intentions, painted us a happy ending." Haley was definitely in her feels, but hey, at least she was able to write a fire song about it. Number 4. Tana Mongeau and Brad Souza. Tana Mongeau and Brad Souza first made things official back in December of 2018, and after they started to post a ton of PDA snaps together. But in April of 2019, Tana revealed that they had split after Tana caught Brad sending another girl some pretty flirty DMs. Tana would then reveal everything that happened in the YouTube video when she said, "A lot of crazy things happened at Coachella, and during it all, I wound up finding out a lot of really effed up stuff. I woke up the next day expecting to have like a private breakup, and I got online to see a bunch of screenshots of girls saying and showing a lot of stuff. Some of it fake, some of it not, going really viral about Brad." In his own words, Brad would also confirm that all the allegations in Tana's videos were true when he said, "What happened in her videos is true. There was a little bit of over-exaggeration to some of it, but what she said was going on is what I've done. I mean, I don't blame her for speaking her mind and her truth and her heat." Brad then went on to claim that he never physically cheated on Tana, but he did admit he was sending inappropriate messages to other girls when he said he was under the influence, and regardless of the situation, when he realized what he did was wrong, he wished he could take it all back because no one ever gave him what Tana was really giving him. Number 3. Noah Cyrus and Lil Xan. Noah Cyrus and Lil Xan made their first red carpet debut as a couple in 2018 at the MTV Video Music Awards in August of 2018, and they would shock their fans after they split just 1 month later. After their breakup didn't exactly end well, with both stars accusing each other of cheating on their social media accounts, Lil Xan first took to his Instagram account to say, "I feel like I'm probably being cheated on. I broke up with her because she was all over another dude." Noah later then came out to shut down all the rumors when she decided to write her own post on what truly happened after she took to her Instagram to say, "The truth is, I haven't seen him in almost a week. Every time we try to hang out, something always got in the way. I then saw a picture of a girl on a court in his story at 2 a.m. When I FaceTimed him later on, I noticed a hickey. He told me it was just a bruise. I decided to give him the benefit of a doubt and ignored it. Cheaters like to accuse their partners of cheating to make themselves feel less guilty," which is the truth. "This isn't the first time this has happened to me, and I'm being forced to deal with some crazy allegations when I'm not even sure where this all came from." The singer then went on to call the rapper by his real name, Diego, when she said, "I've been there for you during your dark times, Diego. When you felt alone, like no one was there for you, I was. If this is your way of breaking up with me and breaking my heart along with it, then you've succeeded." Number 2. Charlie D'Amelio and Chase Hudson. When Chase Hudson was accused of cheating on Charlie in March of 2020, just 2 months after they were speculated to be dating, Josh Richards' diss track called Still Softish would spark the cheating rumors and accuse Chase of his infidelity. With the two publicly splitting in April of 2020, the relationship rumors would start to make headlines shortly after. Fast forward to July 2020, Charlie would then accuse Chase of cheating on her, and in August 2020 on Twitter, when she posted a now deleted tweet saying, "I hope she was worth it." In response, Chase would then take to his own social media in a since deleted post to say, "All of this drama is going on because I kissed Nessa when we were both single." Charlie then quoted his tweet with his post with a kiss and added, "Then you shouldn't have come over to my house after without telling me." The entire internet then started to freak out after Chase then posted a since deleted photo from his notes app where he seemingly called out his friends and other influencers for their alleged infidelities. Charlie then went on to call the singer out again again after she took to her Instagram to say, "Stop deflecting your actions onto others because you can't take responsibility, Chase." On July 8th of 2020, Charlie then took to her Instagram live to tell her fans that she and Chase had a very long talk and they just realized that they weren't right for each other. And coming in at number 1 today, we have Dove Cameron and Ryan McCartan. Once upon a time, Dove Cameron and Ryan were the ultimate Disney power couple. And if you're a Disney fan, then you know that the stars' relationship wasn't exactly pretty when their relationship came to an end. When Ryan accused Dove of cheating on him during a Q&A session with his fans, after a fan asked him what his proudest moment was, he would say, "Within 2 weeks, my fiance cheated on me and left me, and I almost passed away from food poisoning. I truly didn't think I would be able to make it through that part of my life. I'm proudest of the light that came from the darkness and my ability to survive and turn the anger and sadness I had into positive life changes and a new way forward." Ryan would then later talk about his relationship with Dove, and he would head to his Instagram account to say, "I think Dove and I fundamentally agree about our relationship with one another. We were young and immature, our relationship was dysfunctional, we were a bad match. She has made claims about me and about our past that I don't think are fair or even true, but she is entitled to her opinion." While the actor also claimed that he was also entitled to his own opinion, he then went on to explain that despite their rocky past, the two had no hard feelings between each other now. But talk about a messy breakup, and Disney definitely wasn't happy about this scandal, that's for sure. Starting off our list today at number 10, we have Maud's son. So imagine waking up one morning and realizing your fiance isn't in bed with you, and when you go to your notifications on your phone, you realize that she is now with Tyga. Well, this is exactly what happened to Maud's son. With Maud speaking out about his relationship woes, it turns out that he was really as blindsided by Avril Lavigne's relationship with Tyga just as much as the media is making it sound like. So if you haven't been following last week's shocking reports that started to hit the internet and media outlets stating that Avril had called off her engagement to Maud's son, now there really wasn't much information as why this happened, but things got even more complicated when you factor in that Avril was spotted out with Kylie Jenner's ex-boyfriend Tyga just before she broke things off with Maud. And now there's a lot of speculation surrounding the idea that Avril cheated on Maud, as she has now been seen kissing Tyga and holding hands with the rapper in public. Who would have thought in 2023 we would see Tyga move on from Kylie Jenner and get with Avril Lavigne, and then see Maud's son cry about how he's so heartbroken. Number 9, Selena Gomez. So back in 2016, Selena Gomez had a pretty savage moment with her on and off ex-boyfriend Justin Bieber. Just after Justin started his new relationship with Sofia Richie, when he posted a photo on Instagram of the two, Justin's fans hit the comment section where they started to get pretty savage. It got to the point where Justin even had to take to his social media account to say, "I'm gonna make my Instagram private if you guys don't stop this hate. It's getting out of hand, and if you guys are really my fans, you wouldn't be so mean to people that I like." The situation then escalated further when his followers noticed that Selena had posted a comment on the picture of Justin and Sofia as well, when she went on to say, "If you can't handle the hate, then stop posting pictures of your girlfriend, LOL. It should be special between you two only. Don't be mad at your fans, they love you." Justin then went to clap back by saying, "It's funny to see people that used me for attention and still try to point fingers this way. All love." Selena then came out to expose the sorry singer by implying that he had cheated on her by saying, "Funny how the ones that cheated multiple times are pointing fingers at the ones that were forgiving and supportive. No wonder fans are mad, sad, all love." So Hailey should probably watch out. Number 8, Miley Cyrus. 2023 has so far been a big year for Miley with the release of her newest album, Endless Summer Vacation. I don't think any of us were really ready for her hit single Flowers, which is featured on the album, where she drops some major Easter eggs, all while shading her ex Liam Hemsworth. So it got to the point now that he's actually suing Miley for smearing his name. With fans drawing connections between the lyrics and her relationship with her ex-husband, it is clear that Miley really all wanted us to know the tea. As not only did the Wild Child drop the song on Liam's birthday, but she also dissed the song that Liam dedicated his last dance to at their wedding. But she also wore a suit that Liam wore to a red carpet where he told her to behave, and she also filmed the video in a house where he apparently brought 14 other women to so he could cheat on Miley with. There's also this gold dress that resembles a picture of what Jennifer Lawrence once wore on the red carpet one time, and it's speculated Miley wore this dress to address the rumors that Liam cheated on her with with Jennifer. And considering that Jennifer once said in an interview that she had kissed Liam when they weren't on set, the rumors are just true. Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Number 7. Megan Fox. Back in February, Megan Fox had us all asking some major questions when she deleted her Instagram account just after she shared a post on the social media platform that hinted at a possible breakup with MGK. And in the post, she may or may have not hinted that the rapper had cheated on her when she posted a series of photos of herself and a video of an envelope being burned in a fire pit where she paid tribute to Beyonce's 2016 album Lemonade when she wrote, "You can taste the dishonesty." She then went on to unfollow everyone and went on to follow Timothée Chalamet, Eminem, and even Harry Styles. Also, just before she deleted her account, one fan started to suggest that Kelly was unfaithful in the couple's relationship, writing, "He probably got with Sophie," to which Megan responded by saying, "Maybe I got with Sophie." When Megan did finally come back to Instagram, she did try to deny that MGK cheated on her, but since both have been unseen and quiet on the issue, and it's even been revealed that they may not be together today. So do we think that MGK really cheated on Megan Fox? And if he did, why would he cheat on her with his guitarist when she's not even that attractive? Like, look at Megan Fox. Number 6. Jennifer Aniston. So this story goes all the way back to the 90s, while Jennifer was still dating Brad Pitt. The two by the 2000s were officially married, and they seemed to be like a dream come true. Sadly enough, soon rumors would start to say that Brad Pitt had cheated on his wife, and later on, it would be revealed that this rumor was actually true, as Brad got involved with Angelina Jolie, while he was still married to Jennifer Aniston. The worst part about this whole controversy is that Jennifer once even had an interaction with Angelina, and they even exchanged pleasantries about the latter working with her now ex-husband. As she told Angelina, "Brad is so excited about working with you. I hope you guys have a really good time." But clearly Angelina took "have a really good time" part a little too literally. Then Jennifer Aniston would come out to confirm that the rumors were true by stating that she was devastated by Brad's actions. But honestly, Brad's probably kicking the air right now on the fact that he even left Jennifer Aniston for Angelina Jolie because she turned out to be an utter nightmare.
Number 5. Ronnie Ortiz. Ronnie is one of the spray tan minions on the hit reality series The Jersey Shore. The series follows Snooki and her housemates in Jersey Shore. There's like not much to unpack there. Recently, a revival of the series premiered, now being called Jersey Shore Family Vacation. During one episode of the show, Ronnie was seen cuddling and kissing a lady in a hot tub. Oh, what's wrong with this? Well, his pregnant wife was nowhere to be found. Ronnie admitted in a talking head that it was hard having kids on the way and being with someone that you're not sure you should be with. According to him, women were coming up to him constantly, and he was sick of denying them the goods. He akined it to being in one of those money machines, and it's on, but you just keep your hands in your pocket when it starts. Several cast members confronted Ronnie on his behavior, and the footage was shared with his wife Jen. Following this, Ronnie went on air and professed his love for a former girlfriend, not even the girl he was with, from 10 years ago. Snooki even spoke up and told him to move on. Like, that's crazy. As of now, Jen and Ronnie are still together. Here's hoping Jen doesn't want another kid though. Who knows what he'll do now? Number 4. Jax Taylor. In season 1 of the show Vanderpump Rules, Jax Taylor and Stacey Schroeder had a rocky relationship. And the whole thing was documented for us all to enjoy. The allegations of him having an affair with fellow castmate Kristen doubt, the suspicions grew following Kristen's casual acceptance of Jack's history of cheating. She was Stacey's best friend and confronted the pair on several occasions. Both denied the hookup ever taking place until Stacey was finally able to get Jax to confess live on air. The confrontation created one of the most iconic moments in the Vanderpump Rules history. While Kristen kept denying the entanglement, Jax owned up to his actions and provided details for Stacey and a man named Tom Sandoval who was also dating Kristen at the time. That's right, 2 cheaters for the price of 1. After Stacey was pushed to the brink, she began a physical altercation with Kristen, and when things eventually simmered, Kristen finally admitted the truth and apologized for her mistake. The friendship with Stacey was damaged, but she was thankful to finally know the truth. She no cray cray. Number 3. Kelsey Grammer. You may recognize Kelsey Grammer as Frasier from the hit sitcom of the same name, but to fans of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, he's the one who cheated on Command Camille. Real Housewife Camille Grammer accused her husband of cheating with Kate Walsh, who's now his wife. The accusation came on season 1 of the show, and it chronicled their quickly declining love life. Kelsey recalls an instance when he had just recovered from a heart attack and suddenly his mother died. Instead of consoling her husband, Camille yelled at him on the day of her funeral and told him that she wanted a divorce, a conversation they had apparently had several times. The truth was, Kelsey did cheat on his wife, as only 2 months following his official divorce from Camille, he married Kate Walsh, and they're still together to this day. In this case, it sounds like cheating got Kelsey out of a rough relationship. Number 2. Dean McDermott. Tori Spelling made a name for herself in the acting world when she portrayed Donna Martin on the show 90210. She met Dean McDermott on the set of Lifetime's Mind Over Murder in 2005, a year after she had married her first husband, Charlie Sheeneen. Dean was also married when they met and had been for about 10 years. He recounts falling hard for Spelling when they met. Then he noticed her wedding ring. Both parties had been unhappy in their marriages, and while their flirting at first had no intention behind it, they eventually woke up together in a room at the Cartier Palace and had no regrets. Well, maybe not yet. In 2013, after welcoming their second son into the world, Us Weekly announced that McDermott had been unfaithful to Tori during her pregnancy. The couple aired out their grievances on Tori's reality show True Tori. However, the scandal only brought them closer together. They began doing couples counseling and have learned to communicate more openly. As of 2023, they seem to be going on strong with 0 incidents of infidelity taking place since. Number 1. Hugh Grant. Hugh got caught cheating in the most public way possible. In 1995, he was arrested after he was caught getting down with a lady of the night in public. Not only is that rough, but he was dating actress and model Elizabeth Hurley at the time. At first, Elizabeth kept quiet and refused to comment until 2 months following his arrest. She went on record saying that she felt like she had gotten shot when she heard what he had done. The night lady, Divine Brown, was hounded by the press over and over for her side of the story, with one outlet even paying her $100,000 for her side. Brown was eventually sentenced for 180 days in jail due to a violation of her probation, while Grant was made to pay a $1,000 fine and attend an education program for medical stuff. During an interview with Jay Leno, Grant went on record claiming that he did abominable things and Liz was amazing about it. Despite what many news outlets were reporting, Elizabeth was very supportive of Grant and the couple tried to work things out. But unfortunately, they officially called it quits in 2000 and now Hugh Grant is a villain for some reason. He's a bad guy in every movie now.